So sleeping tablets. So in terms of how sleeping tablets work, they do not make you sleep. Nothing makes you sleep except your sleep drive. Now I talk about the sleep drive loads in all my other videos because it's one of the most important things to understand when it comes to sleep. And I also talk loads about hyperarousal as well. So what sleeping tablets do is that they disable the hyperarousal side of things. So yeah, the only thing that makes you sleep is your sleep drive, and the only thing that can prevent you sleeping when you have a drive to sleep is hyperarousal. And hyperarousal comes from thought patterns which lead to a physiological change in your body. So what sleeping tablets do is that they basically stop the brain creating complex thoughts. So they stop the worry, they stop the anxiety around sleep, they stop the physiological change in the body, so they stop the masking of the sleep drive, but they do not make you sleep. So every time you've taken a sleeping tablet and slept, it's because you've had a drive to sleep before. So in terms of making you feel guilty for taking them now, I'm not going to do that because I took sleeping tablets when I had insomnia for 20 years. And the reason why I took them is because they gave me certainty and they gave me control. So if I didn't take a sleeping tablet, it was like I was playing sleep Russian roulette every night. I had no idea whether or not I would sleep that night. And also, they gave me an escape from that night. So when you're in bed, you're getting stressed, you're getting anxious, you're getting worried about sleep. If you take a sleeping tablet, that stops you being in that really anxious, worried state. So no, you're not. If you're offered sleeping tablets, of course you take them because you want to sleep, and all the other information you hear about how to sleep doesn't work. So in the UK, doctors only receive 1.5 hours of sleep training on average throughout their career, and that includes training on parasomnias, hypersomnias. So yeah, sleep hygiene is the norm. So when you go to see them, you get offered sleep hygiene, and when that doesn't work, you get offered sleeping tablets, maybe on the proviso that they're very bad for you and that you really ought not to be taking them, but you don't get any other solutions to not take them, basically. So that is partly where that guilt comes from around sleeping tablets, because when you go to get them, you feel that there's this guilt that you really ought not to be taking them, but you're not offered any other solution. But in terms of what actually to do about sleep, so you don't want to be taking sleeping tablets, but what you do want is to know a way to have healthy, natural sleep, and that all comes from behaviour changes. It comes from behaviour changes to build a strong sleep drive, and it comes from behaviour changes to tackle that hyperarousal that can mask the sleep drive. And if you want to learn about what those behaviour changes are, if you click the link above, you will see my video. And if you think I'm going to be telling you to set a fixed bedtime and all the other stuff that you've heard in all the other videos before, that is not what I'm going to be saying, because setting a fixed bedtime is one of the worst things you can do to sleep. I won't be telling you about relaxation techniques either. I'll be telling you about active sleep efforts, I'll be telling you about the 8-hour sleep myth, and I'll be just telling you behaviours, evidence-based behaviours that work to build a strong sleep drive and to tackle the hyperarousal that can mask the sleep drive. Yeah, so take a look at the video. It's about 7 minutes long and it will completely transform the way you think about sleep.